Hello everyone, this is Randall Levels coming to you once again. I'm so glad that you're here. Today I want to talk to you about a touchy subject that has always been a topic of personal pain for me and growth. Not in a bad way, but nonetheless it's a part of everybody's life. And that is the 5 ways to attract people to you. Now, when I was growing up, I was pretty talented and extroverted, but yet introverted at the same time, and it created a weird mix in me. I would go out and play and play and play. I could run and do everything for hours and hours, but when it came to talking to people, I just didn't know what to say. I didn't feel comfortable. I was quiet and shy. I remember when I was coming up, I was a fairly good basketball player, and my dad would say, "Go get your game, go get your game," and I would not go call a game. I don't know what it was that just came over me. I was scared to go say something. But you know, you've got to be able to open yourself up, feel confident in yourself, and to in order to be able to attract people to you. And sometimes that means being a little bit transparent to the fact of even growing yourself, a type of pain that you have. You need to just go ahead and say what you are scared of. Hear yourself say it and just get over it. Get past it. It's not you anymore. You are a much better person than you believe, and then you see. What you think about yourself sometimes, and most of the time, is not what other people think about you. I remember I used to take my kids out when they were little. They're all teenagers right now. I have one 8-year-old, but I used to take my kids out, and these people used to come up and say, we have 6 kids. They would come up and say, "Oh, your kids are so nice and so well behaved." And I'd look at my wife and I'd say, "These people are crazy." And I just smile at them and say, "Oh, thank you." And then the kids would sit there looking at me with a blank face going, I know they're thinking in their mind, "Here, we're crazy, or they're crazy, and we're going to tear up a bunch of stuff as soon as they turn their back." I mean, there was pudding on the floor, ice cream on the ceiling, you name it, they did it. And to this day, they still act the same way, but I guess I've learned to live with it. I have to run around the house screaming like a crazy man. But anyways, you want to be able to learn how to attract people to you. And what I've learned in my life is that there's 5 ways that you need to learn how to attract people to you. You need to, 1, be there. It's so important to be there. 2, be there. 3, be there. 4, be there. And 5, be there. I know it sounds redundant, but there was a time when I had a need for somebody to be there all the time. There's times when I need somebody to be there now, and sometimes they're still not there. But when you're developing a business and you're trying to grow yourself and you're trying to grow your organization, you want to be able to be available to the people, to be able to reach out to them, just to say, "Hey, I hope you're having a good day. If there's any problems or anything that I can help you with, I'm here for you. I'm just a phone call away. You can email me, you can text me, you can call me. If you got mental telepathy, I might hear you if you call out to me through your brain." So, but one thing, you want to be there in presence. I know that there's a lot of single parents in single family homes, and it's hard to have that situation. I had that for part of my life, and part of my life, one of my parents was there, but they weren't there because I was going to school, and by the time I got home, they were going to work. So you really want them to be there. It's just to hear them, to hear their voice, to be able to smell them come in, and know that it's them, to have that comfort, to know that you're not alone in what you're doing. I take so much joy in sitting down with my kids and doing their homework with them, and you know, is doing their homework with them. And ever since I got on this network marketing quest of mine, I got into it because of the fact that I noticed that there aren't people there sometimes for people, for their spouse, for their kids, and they have to work. And in the way this world is turning, you have to work. You have to work to be able to make it. Well, I decided that I was going to look for a better way, a different way to be there, and it became that I went to work for myself. I did experience the freedom that working for yourself. I was in the construction field, and you do get to have control over your time, but at the same time, you're still being controlled. You are still being controlled by your job, by the timeline on your job, by the people, and still by the money. You're still being controlled to some sense, in some degree, all the time. But I knew that there was a one way, and that was in network marketing, to be able to be with my family, work from home, and actually be there for them. And to pick them up from school when they're sick, to to be able to go to the field trips. I mean, I spent with my 6 kids. I've been on field trips for. I'm still going. My youngest child is 8. I'm still going to field trips right now. And I just went to Mackinac Island this 2 years ago. That was one of the funnest field trips I've ever had. And everybody knows me on the field trips because I've been able to go because of the choice that I made to be with my family. And I think that's a very important choice that your kids are so lucky to have you if you can be there with them. And I know I love my kids to death, and I know you do too. So on the next video, we're going to talk about the second aspect of 5 ways to attract people to you, which is be there. And in this one, we're going to be talking about be there and caring. Sometimes when you get home from work and you're tired, and you get home, you just don't have the ability to care anymore. You don't have the ability to share with them anymore. You're all drained and everything. So we're going to talk about that the next time. It's got me getting emotional just thinking about it. But we're going to talk about that in our next video, and we'll talk to you then. Thank you.